If you're a doctor, if you're a lawyer, if you're already a high-powered investor, if you're a coding engineer or something where you love what you do, if you just love what you do and you want to keep doing it, and you don't want real estate to be your full-time income, I got that. You can skip the step too. But if you need to build that income to escape the rat race, to become financially free in the first place, you really need to consider, do you even want to keep every property you come across, or would you rather flip the ones you don't want, let them pay for your business and your life while you plant those wealth seeds? Okay, wealth seeds. Let me show you kind of a good graphic example of what I'm talking about, growing your wealth. See this? Let's see if I can get it here. It's hard to maneuver a little bit, but see this grapevine right here? When I planted this grapevine 15 years ago, it was just a little stick. It was a little stick with some roots sticking out of the bottom, and I, planted it in the ground. I took care of it. I watered it. And, in the first year, I got to admit, it wasn't really all that impressive. It grew up, barely made it up to the wire. I don't know, I should show you. See the top of the wire there? And maybe went this far in each direction. Next year, it just about doubled that. And in the third year, so many shoots shot out of that grapevine, I couldn't believe it. It was covered in grapes. And after just a few years, it took a few years, but after just a few years, it started to produce fruit, okay? A lot of times in real estate, that's what happens with us. If you buy a property and you try to rent it out, if you're in a high interest rate environment or a high priced market, you're not gonna get any cash flow. You might get negative cash flow. That might not work for you if you need the income. Does that make sense? So if you need the income, you don't want a negative cash flow property, what do? Well, number one, you need to buy them creatively in this market. Banks are running investors, raking them over the coals right now. They're not only are they charging huge lending fees, huge interest rates. Banks put all kinds of stuff in your loan packages, like penalties if you try to refinance too soon, or if you try to pay additional principal back. They just don't want to work with investors in this current market, and they haven't really wanted to for a long time. Since the big crash in 2008, 9, 10, banks do not want to work with investors, and they make it very clear. If you go down, you'll see they're going to want you to put 20, 25, 30% down. They're going to want to have, you're going to have massive reserves in the bank. They just don't want to work with you, okay? Not as an investor. And now they're charging 8, 8.5, 9% interest to a lot of investors. Unless you have massive credit and, huge down payments, it just doesn't work. So it's not banks. So how do we do it? Well, we use a combination of factors that I call debt takeover deals. See, here's the deal. If the seller got their mortgage more than 6 years ago, they probably have a much lower interest rate than you could get right now if you went down to the bank. So if they've already got a low interest rate mortgage on the property, don't get rid of it. Take over that interest rate, take over that monthly payment, and that is a debt takeover deal. Hey, if you like what you hear here and you want to know more, my name's Jason Laux. Check me out at secretlenders.com. I'm the founder of secretlenders.com. I'm the creator of the 7-day sale method for selling houses in 7 days. I'm the creator of the ultimate foreclosure process. And I'll show you how to have a Lone Ranger business where you are the business, where you make, 6 figures, even 7 figures a year from a home-based, easy business that's actually fun and pleasant. All right. So if you like that, if that sounds good to you and you want to check it out, secretlenders.com is probably the best way to grab me, or check me out on Facebook. There should be a link around here somewhere. Check me out on YouTube. Should be a link around here somewhere. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.